Guys, it's the last day of convention and there's a concert that's happening right now, Imagine Dragon. And I am sitting outside. Here's the beautiful view. I had this information written down on a piece of paper and I don't have it with me, so I am going to go with everything that's stored in here. I had the privilege of meeting the farmer who is now in charge of all the Young Living farms that Gary Young trained on his own. And he came up on stage and he spoke about why Young Living, why is there so much emphasis on the seed to seal process and what makes Young Living so different. Guys, intuitively I picked Young Living. Intuitively I stuck with Young Living. I've tried other brands and there's a reason I stuck with it. And here are the reasons it got fully reinforced. First of all, sustainable farming. Now what does that mean? They do everything in their power to conserve water. They respect the land. They respect the land so deeply that they are so focused on leaving this planet in the better condition than it is right now. Sustainable farming means that you take care. I get very emotional when I heard him. It really touched my heart about what really is sustainable farming. So much care is taken about the plants. Not only that, let me start with the soil. The care for the soil is incredible. They don't just go and till. What he shared with us was when you till the soil, the earthworms and the microbes die. And they make so much care, they take so much care to put back the microbes and put back the earthworms back into the soil because they want to create sustainable crops where you don't have to put in, not fertilizers, they're natural fertilizers for the crops. So the soil, you taste the soil, you can really eat the soil. How many farms have you been to where you can say you can eat the soil? Now talking about the crops, right? The crops, they take so much care for the crops, taking care of how they're planted. Not only this was what struck me. This reinforced everything about why I have stuck with Young Living. They do not allow workers inside the fields who are not don't have good high vibration or have good attitude. Now tell me, where have you seen that? I'll tell you where I've seen that. In monasteries. In monasteries, the monk with the highest vibration is the only person who's allowed to cook. Why? Because your energy goes into that food. The same thing with the crops. These oils are precious. They save lives. Now, imagine if a worker is angry, frustrated. That is going into the energy of the plants. Now you tell me, where do you see that? Nowhere, other than monasteries and in our farms. That blew my mind. That blew my mind when he said those words. It blew my mind. When they harvest the crops, they make sure that, before harvesting, when they're planting the crops, he shared an example where ylang-ylang was being attacked by a particular type of insect. They researched that insect, found out the natural enemy for that insect, planted plants that were naturally a deterrent for those insects and took care of it. It takes time. It takes so much time to do this, but they just don't go around spraying pesticides just because you want to kill an insect, because it's not the solution. It's not the long-term solution. When it comes to harvesting, think about it. Like he talked about plants as humans. If there's rain, if there's thunderstorm, what are you going to do? Right? You're going to go into shelter. He talked about plants that way. He said they harvest the plants, they start researching, they start going and testing the plants 2 weeks prior to harvest. And even on the day of harvest, it can't be just done whenever it's convenient for you and I. It is done when the plant is in full bloom. Think about it, essential oils are part of the plant. They're lifeblood of the plant. So when the plant is in full bloom is when the harvesting is done. Guys, that is amazing. He gave the example of the black spruce, which is only harvested in the winter. Why? Because the essential oils act as a natural antifreeze on the trees. So it's full of full of the amazing components of the essential oils. They preserve the components of the essential oils. So that's why they harvested at that particular time. They use they use sheep to kill weeds. He was talking about how as long as there are weeds, the sheep are happy, but the moment the weeds are gone, they start attacking the lavender plants. Okay, the concert is starting, it's really loud. I'm gonna come back to this, but I want you to, if you have any questions about this, I'm gonna come back to this, but I really, really wanted you all to understand the impact of why this particular method of farming is so important for what goes into essential oils bottles. Essential oils, you can find them everywhere these days, everywhere. But this is what makes it different. You can find it, just the soil, your energetic imprint. Guys, I don't have anything else to say. All right, I'm gonna come back. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you all. Bye.